So I just want to start off by saying, first I'd like to, thanks to the Creator for giving me another day, just because I feel like that's the way you start shit off. Um, I would like to first, kind of just point out that if I had a Starbucks in my area, I would be fucking this thing up right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be all over this fucking court case. This is me functioning on 30%. You feel what I'm saying? And I make no apologies for who and how I am and how I look right now. I'm not a perfect human being, but I'm gonna do the best I can and try to give y'all this. So this is what I've been seeing other people do. Shout out to that surprise witness whom I really admire. I appreciate everybody that can be unbiased and true. Sean Atwood. But pretty much people are just going to inner city press because we don't have another way to really know what's going on inside the courtroom. Now, last night I saw, what's his name? Ticket TV. He had some, like he was reading off the actual transcript from the court or something. And I'm telling y'all, this entire time I have been watching people. I'll leave this on the background for y'all to check out, and I'll go back to the first one because this jury selection is a trip. And what's tripping me out is that I'm gonna cover up this little part that says how many people are watching me because I get nervous when people is watching me. I mean, my shit is like that. As soon as I can, I'm gonna grab something. But jury selection is a trip because ever since, let me tell y'all that probably about 7 years ago, I did not know what the terms plaintiff and defendant meant. This is how, and I'm in my 50s now. For those of you who wish for me to act my age, and fuck you. Because I don't know who you are. You're not even bold enough to present yourself. So you're a punk. Anyway, I didn't know what the terms meant, and I had a court case where I had to face my employer because of my disabilities and me asking for accommodations and not knowing how to protect myself. This is in multiple states. Not only no lawyer would represent me, but I had to represent myself with a disability in courts, and I had to sit down and try to learn. I had to start off with plaintiff and defendant. And this is with the world telling you that you are of a protected class, but will not afford you protection. It's when you're of a protected class, but nobody will protect you. You know what I'm saying? There's nobody there that actually wants to do that. And that's when I learned that there is a difference between having a law on paper. First of all, they like to act like when it comes to us, it's a rule. And rules can be broken. They don't act like it's a law, but it's laws that are being broken. And because they're too lazy and disinterested, the system at large, we're failed by the system. My shit just had to tell me last night to my face something no human being has ever said to me. The chat GPT was like, the system has failed you. And I'm like, that's what I thought, nigga. You feel what I'm saying? You feel where I'm coming from? I'm like, nobody else will say this shit because they part of the system. So the motherfucking chat gotta come and tell you, bitch, the system has failed you. Anyway. So it's from that experience of learning what defendant and plaintiff is and having to write my own case that took fucking forever. Because what I learned about writing cases is the case is not about right or wrong or who did something. You're gonna get away technically with murder. Literal fucking murder if the motherfucking opposing attorney team does not turn in shit on the right at the right time. If they don't Write it in Times New Roman, double space with the motherfucking goddamn number at the beginning of the goddamn line. Your shit is getting thrown out over techno-fucking-calities. Do you hear what the fuck I'm saying? It taught me about dates and dates being important in courtrooms and how it ain't just about right and wrong and who did what and who what. It's about, bitch, if they put you in on this date, your case might be doomed to fail. Here's why a person. Here's why they say and this is what stuck out to me about Virginia Giuffre and April, or Virginia Roberts and April, because I wouldn't want to be called by the last name of somebody who was domestically abusing me when my whole life has been abuse. And then they gave the kids to that crazy nut. I had a court case one time, and several times they pulled this. They like to do shit on the 13th, Friday the 13th to be specifically. If they really trying to ass fuck you, they put shit on Friday the 13th. I don't care if it's eviction court. I don't care if it's fucking a court case against your employer. There was all, and throughout the states, there was always this line where they was always trying to do shit on Friday the 13th that would fuck you. April the 1st, because I was representing myself, and they say what? It's a fool who represents himself. But what the fuck else are you going to do if they won't represent you? If they won't even listen long enough, and because you have no money. This is a whole bullshit trick. Because you have no money once you get fired, they know that you can't do shit. So now over time, these companies have gotten really coy about the fact that they know that the court system ain't gonna do shit. They know that this is a law only on paper, which makes it a rule if you have no enforcement. There is no protection for the common man and woman, especially African Americans, because nobody likes us. They trying to get rid of us right now. I don't give a fuck what you say. That's what this man is doing. My grandfather's name is removed off of walls for having served in a country that didn't want him to serve in the first place. You ain't even fucking angry about this shit. You just said, oh, I don't know. I watched this little boy chat. I don't know. There's people, it's the conspiracy theorists' fault they can't find any jurors. Does he know about the fact that all these people, Angie Stone, freaking Kid Cudi, freaking whatchamajigga, Shakir Stewart, this man has been so allowed to be so powerful throughout the freaking court and legal system that you a fool if you stand up against him. But we're gonna blame it on the conspiracy theorists. Okay, whatever. It's a fool who represents themselves in court, because in court you are under perjury if you lie. But if you get a lawyer, if you purchase an insurance policy to lie, which is called a lawyer, then he can lie for you, and there's no responsibility upon him. So you can say whatever story you made up in your big fat head, and the lawyer, it's his job to represent your lie. That's why it's a fool who represents himself in court. And that's why on April the 1st, if they send you some shit on April the 1st and you're representing yourself, they trying to fuck you. They trying to fuck you. And they know they trying to fuck you. And they trying to be extra offensive about the shit. Virginia Giuffre's Roberts stuff came out near April the 1st. And then all of a sudden it was declared Liberation Day. But whose ass has been liberated from that? What one person has been out and free? Ain't that what liberation means? I'm free. Liberation. How would you feel? What circumstance would you have to be in where all of a sudden you felt liberated? The stock market didn't get liberated that day. Nobody got given any money. Why the fuck was that called Liberation Day? And did you hear this dude sit up and say he was doing an operation? An operation needed to be performed? Do y'all think, have you woken up to the fact that They are doing, at the same time, they are doing genetic, what's that called? Eugenic research projects that all of these creeps have built for themselves. The Epstein dude, the Diddy, they all had under their homes clinics. Clinics. They're doing a eugenics experiment. Oh, I'm a conspiracy theorist. So they got your black seed in there, you big stupid dummy. Eugenics. Do you know what it means? Go look it up. Go look it up. I'm sorry you can't see the game. They say listen to your corner and watch for the hook. You ain't even listen to your corner, so you don't know the hook is coming. The hook is coming. Give me a minute, because I got to grab some things. Let's see what is that. Y'all here. The point is that you got to know when you're being set up for the whoop, okay? If you don't feel safe testifying, giving out your name, involving yourself in this, then hold on, because I got my juror notes. Because this is from yesterday. Then you do what juror number 15 did yesterday. The male juror number 15, he came in there. He said, "I got a new job at a hotel." The judge said, "Dismissed." But juror number 20, who was just after him, came in and said that she's about to start training on May 12th through the 15th. And something about her made the judge say, well, if you're selected, you're going to miss it. What was the difference between a male? All this is a bullshit game. What's the difference between a man starting a job at a hotel, which I would assume a new job involves training? But the girl come in and say it seemed like they want the people on the jury that will be the most, what's it called when somebody is not comfortable for you? Who will be the most inconvenienced by this. Like there was a juror who said they were in class at 4:50 and apparently this court thing ends at 4. And this fucking judge, Subramaniam, which sounds like Haptamarium, sits up there and asks him, pardon me, I don't mean to say effing and judge together because there's no such thing as freedom in America. That's the only reason why. Okay? And because I do have a bit of respect about myself. So I take that part back, but still, why would you be so intently asking about somebody who obviously A is going to school, so their mind is already busy on other shit? You got to think about how these people are being selected. This is weird to me. The system is set up to support these assholes who've done crime. That's how our system was written. And make no mistake about it, even though you may be a little bit newer to the world than I am, take my word for it. It's not built for you who are trying to obey the law. It's never going to properly represent you as a victim. I can point out, just look at my videos from last night where they kept kicking me offline with my ADHD windows. Because I was saying how it's obvious, like it's little clues in here. The last person, juror number 29, said they travel for work. Women, who was that? And all of a sudden, okay. Juror number 22 was after the girl about the training. Okay, juror number 22 says that what's that deal? They do web maintenance. Is this? Okay, well look. At some point there was a juror who hemmed and hawed a lot. I think that was 22 because she didn't understand. She was real hemmy-hawy because it was too much being said about her. Okay, so she does web maintenance. He or she. Oh, it's a male. Does web maintenance. I think it's a male. I'm not sure, y'all, but listen. wanted to know why it's the U.S. versus Sean Combs and not the persons versus Sean Combs. They were there. Somebody was run over by a train, and it's all this him hawing stuff about this person. But can you be fair? This person, oh man, this person, man, that's where Diddy had to go to the bathroom, which was suspicious to me because they come back and it was all something else. You have to review it if you want to. This jury selection. Jury selection for one of these other people, Young Thug or Thug Life or somebody, I don't know who it was, took 10 months. I don't know, guys. You gotta start seeing around the bullshit. Is all I'm saying. And this system is not meant to protect these victims. So don't feel bad if you're not standing up to say something. And I would suggest, like juror number 15, if you don't want to have nothing to do with it, actually go apply for a hotel and hope you get hired. And then when these motherfuckers got their jury selected, if you feel like it, you can quit. Because I wouldn't want to have any shit to do with this either. I know it doesn't mean well for the victims, but the problem is the justice system does not deliver justice. Not to no victims. It's set up to deliver justice against offenders, for offenders. Okay? And when it does it, it's going to do it with minimal, with great precaution in the case like this. Now, if you are considered the lower echelon, then it's going to throw the whole book at you. But Diddy has a history of working with agencies, alphabet agencies, police, and judicial systems. This is how he's gotten away with all of this for so long. So I'm supposed to believe from sitting at home that these people have the power to swing the gavel and or decide and or prosecute as they're supposed to. I've heard that the prosecution team is an all new team. And I'm supposed to have faith that they're going to do something like according to how it's supposed to be done? Nah, man. I don't have faith in that. Not at all. I would be a fool to have faith in that. If that were a bet, it would be a losing bet. Now, alright, let me reload here because when I came on, there was a tweet that had went out 6 minutes ago. It still says 6 minutes because my computer is goofy. It don't automatically update. I have to reload. It's got ADHD. I got ADHD. I think the connection into the house, the internet got ADHD. So we is like 3 times dope over here. Without any dope. Look at the shit. That's it deciding if it wants to go back and trying to find its way. It's like Dorothy lost in the Wizard of Oz. This is how my internet goes. Telling y'all, it's crazy. These is all my tracks. I own the rights to the music. Don't even come over here with your bullshit. You have to be a video content creator and a musician to fucking survive on the internet nowadays and make it interesting because they ain't want us to use none of their music. Well, that's what you get now. You in jail. Fucker. You know what I'm saying? Trying to suppress everybody else's music. Yay. Because your motherfucking ass, as an artist, I'd have never made it with a nigga like you around. Fucking disrespectful piece of shit. Why does it say subscribe? I've been subscribed to this dude. It's a trip. Really a trip. They got me suppressed because, yeah, you should. I'm going to say how I feel. And how I feel is not how anybody on this earth feels. Well, it's going to have about 30 more minutes to think about that move because I was just trying to close this one up. I'm going to go refresh my coffee. We'll see what happens when I get back. I'll be right back, y'all. Hang in there. Just hang in there, folks. When my computer got to decide what it's doing. Hold on, maybe I got to do it. Look, it's still thinking about it. Okay. Alright, so apparently this is our only way in, and You gotta go past all this stuff that he want everybody to see before we get to the part that's actually about the case. Alright, so it was 7 minutes ago. Okay, juror 175, their mother is a cancer survivor. They take her to appointments at Jacobs Hospital in the Bronx. Their nephew was a gang member and he shot a police officer. They dropped the charges and he is supposed to come out in July. So somebody shot a police officer and they dropped the charges. Whenever you see that happen, I don't know about 175. How's your English? What? So what? 175. Sometimes reading it is hard. Oh my God, difficult words. Oh man. Can you sit here and read emails and my legal instructions? Yes, but what's your comprehension? If you can't, if it's hard to read the words, what's your comprehension of those words? 175 says, I think so. At the hospital, oh my God, they got he don't get English well, especially reading. And he works in a hospital distributing, oh, okay, supplies and disposables. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The attorney for the United States doesn't want that particular person. All right, he seems fishy to me just because the charges got dropped. Who shoots police officers and the charges get dropped? I ain't never heard of that. I could tell he wasn't black just from that. I ain't saying they gotta be black. I'm just saying I'm black, so I look out for shit like that. There was a motion to exclude the juror who reads the news on his phone and on the train. Hmm. He disobeyed juror instructions. Right. See, so people ask the questions that I ask. So it's okay that he disobeyed juror instructions, but 143 was dismissed for disobeying juror instructions. So we gotta figure out who 143 was. Let's see. Y'all can see this as I'm going through it, so I'm not gonna read every little part. Juror number 88's son works for Rockland County Executive ADA. Executive ADA. Inside. I don't know. I feel like that's Americans with Disability Act. But I don't know. Criminal cases. Could you be fair? I thought so. I don't know. You love your son. Wouldn't it be hard? I don't know. What I say is bias may not be what you say it is. What I say is bias may not be what you say it is, says juror 88. 88 is an important number. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. I'm a conspiracy theorist to the bone, I guess, because I don't believe that. I'm not a believer that you know that these things don't mean nothing all collectively. So right now I can't give my perspective on who should be staying and who should let go. I have to think about it, and I like hearing other people describe it because then I can hear it a certain way. Juror 88 says, I can't say I wouldn't be biased. I would try. Head back to 26B. So the judge wants to strike juror 88 for cause. So 0 or 3 for today. That means nobody so far has been selected up to this 88, but I'm going backwards in time. And juror 101 says, I have a question, Judge. Okay. Juror 101 says, I have 7 sins in my heart. I just can't. Right. I wouldn't be able to either, baby. You can go. You off. He said, excuse, 0 for 4. Okay. Sadly, this trial will not be televised. No cameras. Federal court, yada yada, what he said. Okay, now, Second Circuit argument. Okay, we don't know. We don't want to know about that. Yep, ain't worried about that. May 6th time. So I think we may be out of updates for that. Let me make sure. Look at ADHD. Computer like, where you taking me? Alright. But yeah, the numbers mean something. Numbers always mean something. Because they, like Gene Deal said on his show yesterday, that Diddy just needs one person. He just needs one iffy motherfucker. It might have been the him haul juror number 22. You know? It might have been. What's Diddy's number? We gotta figure out what Diddy's number is. It might be this 55 kind of shit. Alright, my mother is cancer survivor, so I don't think we have any updates that are here still. Let me refresh. So all of you who come from my circumstance and my background and can't understand it, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you taking a look, and I'm just giving my own perspective of it, even if just for my own enjoyment, so I can go back after the trial over. Like I told you, it was gonna be 22. I told you. Every day, I feel like doing a poll. Like, what juror do you think is gonna be for Diddy and his BS? Who is the weakest link? Because they're looking for the weakest link. Yeah, I'm gonna have to probably listen to Ticket TV tonight or somebody else like really talk this out, because I hear it differently when people talk it out. And then I can, you know, without reading it, have the responsibility to read it, I can hear it differently. So our last update was 8 minutes ago. And that was the guy, that was juror 175 with the words. He can't understand the English words, but he is at the hospital handing out disposables and whatnot, supplies. I'm like, I guess, man. I guess, brother. Welcome. You know, it's not a personal diss. I'm just like, I wouldn't want you there. ASUA wants him out. Yeah, I wouldn't want him there either if he can't understand this shit. Shit. This is a trip, man. Alright, y'all. I'll be back in a second. Enjoy. If I see any updates, I will update them, but at the same time, I gotta clean and get ready for some other stuff that's gonna be going on today. I thank you for tuning in. Just hang tight. Just hang tight, you folks. We do have to start collectively standing up. Talking about we can't. Listen, this man can find plenty of people to represent, to get on the jury, because all he has to do is pay him like he been doing all his whole life, right? Ain't that what he been doing? That's his thing. He pay people not to talk. He pay people for the camera footage when he beats people. He pay people. So, what the fuck? That's why the world is half-ass, cocky, crazy right now. Because we pay people and we keep on doing crimes. We just pay them to look away. That person say pay, the crime go on, affecting millions. Millions, I say. So, you had to see that, then you had to see that. Disability is real, dummy. So they're trying to continuously tell people ain't nothing wrong with them. That's weird. You weird for doing that. You know? But hell, don't listen to me. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess in this country. It's a hot mess in this world. Especially for people that was already struggling. It ain't gonna get no damn better because we don't come to damn guess. Go around talking about conspiracy theories. You know who made up the word conspiracy theorist, boy? I heard it was Joe. Joe Marshall.
I could